Your kid's nanny was just the start.
It's got to be Letitia's killer.
Well, who sent him?
It's a private caller.
I mean, it's a prank, right? It's
Okay,
a prank. It has to be.
Listen. Anybody who knows who I am knows better than to play a trick like this.
This is the first piece of information you have on Letitia's murder. You have to go tell the police.
No, I don't.
Bang. You two should be a little more careful. I hear there's a crazed killer on the loose.
You know what? I'm not going to waste my breath rehashing my romantic life with you anymore. You might keep in mind that you've made a mistake or two. Courtney springs.
Oh, wait, no.
Wait.
You know what? I am so sick of your arrogance and your hypocrisy. You talk down to everyone, all the while ignoring your own destructive behavior, like your ridiculous marriage to Rick Lansing, your ridiculous relationship with Sonny, anybody else.
Where this is coming from. I had no idea that you resented me this much.
What I resent is you getting involved with yet another psycho and me probably having to clean up the mess.
Okay, well, this conversation's over.
But don't walk away from me.
Have you lost your mind?
Madam, I must ask you not to escalate.
You told Sam that you're Jake's father?
No, she overheard us in the hospital. Remember when you thanking me for letting Lucky raise my son?
So she's known since May?
Yes, but I didn't find out until after Jake was kidnapped, when Amelia came to see me. And
Amelia Jaffe?
Yeah, Sam got really drunk the night she found out Jake was my son, and she told Amelia everything.
So Sam and her television producer have known for months that you're Jake's father, and you're only telling me this now?
You threw a glass at me.
I didn't throw a glass at you. I threw a glass at the door.
And if I hadn't ducked, you would have hit me right in the head.
I witnessed the incident as I was coming in, and it's all my fault.
It is not your fault, Alfred. You threw that at me deliberately.
I didn't throw it at you. Why would I do that?
If I can find you and walking here with a loaded gun, so can whoever killed your nanny, which is why you need to get out of here, and which is why I'm putting you both, as well as Michael Morgan, under my protection.
You must be kidding.
Oh, come on, we all have the same common enemy. And it's obvious that Sonny's vaunted island security is highly overrated.
You know, I have my own security measures when it comes to somebody sneaking up on me and my wife with a gun.
Oh, really? What's that?
And while we're at it, Jerry, why don't you remind us again where you were the night our nanny was strangled?
There's something off here because I tell you what, Zakara wouldn't hide behind a private number. He definitely wouldn't make a threat through text messages.
Okay,
you understand?
The police could...
Kate, please. Rick is a DA. His father is Anthony Zakara's lawyer. Which is too close to home. The cops are useless to me right now.
Sonny, you can't ignore this.
I am gonna handle this. You got so much on your plate. I'm not gonna abandon you. You know, I'm gonna help you get back everything that you lost because of Trevor.
Okay, all I'm doing right now is stressing over what they're actually going to charge me with and how stupid I was to drive recklessly twice when the third time when I was actually set up, no one believes me.
I believe you, so what do you mean?
Sonny.
What?
Thank you. But my point is, instead of obsessing over my problem, I would much rather think about your text message. Just, will you do it for me? I need the distraction.
What?
Johnny Zakara had a misunderstanding today with Jason Morgan.
That's the first time I heard of that.
I don't care how much Johnny Zakara provokes you or your men. He is to be left alone. Or you're gonna lose a lot more than just territory.
Is that a new accessory meant to bring you luck?
What? Oh, no, it's a gift from a friend.
If you mean the knuckle scraper, I mean, surely you've come to grasp the extent of his unworthiness. I'm sorry, the Jackal apologizes. It's no one else's
No, Spinelli,
business.
you don't have to watch what you say anymore. Logan was everything that you warned me and worse.
I take no joy in being right.
Yeah, well, I was an idiot to ever be with him.
No, your fair innocence was abused. Hey, perhaps the Dominator's power muffins will put some sunshine back into the
No,
blonde
no,
one's
no, no,
smile?
no. I can't even think about Tracy or the Quartermains. They're just going to be lining up to say I told you so.
Lulu, you really okay?
Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to worry anyone.
Well, you know what? I told you that Logan Hazy was trash.
Well, we all know my judgment sucks, but, no one could have known
You
that.
just need a safe place to be. Obviously, it's not with the Quartermain since they let you move in with the guy. You can move back in with me and Elizabeth.
Not a chance.
The blonde one is moving in here with me and Stone Cold.
Does anyone else know about Jake?
Yeah, Sonny, Lulu, Spinelli, and my Lord Diane. And Emily suspects it, but I wouldn't confirm it.
Oh, that's it?
Spinelli found out by accident. He was messing around on the hospital mainframe, and he pulled up the paternity test.
And he told Lulu.
Right, and Lulu wanted to tell Lucky, but I talked her out of it.
Well, of course, now it makes sense why she's been so upset with me.
Lulu understands that things are complicated with you and Lucky. And you and me. She's not going to say anything. And Diane, she can't.
And Amelia Jaffe?
Amelia owes me for saving her life. Besides, she likes when Sam, gets all upset about this because it makes her very happy. She has no intent on telling anybody anything.
Okay, Zoe, here's the obvious question. Sam and Lucky are already sleeping together. Why shouldn't she tell him that Jake is yours?
Because she'd be facing criminal charges. Sam watched Maureen kidnap Jake. And then she paid those men to threaten you in the park.
Why was I paged?
Mr. Persky has suffered a minor setback. Drake Jr. is scrubbed and prepping OR3 for corrective surgery. He put you on the board to assist.
Where's Drake Sr.?
In the middle of a spinal fusion at OR1. If you're waiting for an engraved invitation, it's on its way.
Dr. Marucci just pulled him behind me. He'd be great for the Persky surgery. Page him and tell him I'll cover his rounds. Nurse Johnson, I know that you mean well, but...
Dr. Scorpio, I don't give a damn what you think I mean. There is a patient in the OR in need of your expertise.
Well, it's not an emergency. And if Dr. Marucci does it, everyone will be much happier. Trust me.
Don't get personally involved with your co-workers. Isn't that what I said? Did anyone listen to me?
Is that the Persky file? Cancel all my appointments. I'll be in surgery.
Jerry Jacks has my permission to stay on the island till I say otherwise.
Thank you, Donnie.
Here you go, honey.
Thank you. You seem to be missing the point for this little surprise. You see, someone you don't trust sneaks in with a gun like it was a hotel. You're not in the least bit safe.
What are you gonna do about it? You gonna bring back Mercenaries 3 and 4 and have them stand over us with Uzis? I feel safer already, the thought of that.
A Metrocourt reunion would be fun, but not here. You and your sons need to go somewhere very far. Australia, Alaska, Timbuktu, for all I care. Now, as far away from Port Charles and as disconnected as possible from Sonny's world.
We won't live our lives in hiding, Jerry.
Come on, it's just temporary. Someone will deal with the situation, believe me. Now, why would you put your lives on the line?
Here's a better question. Why are you suddenly working overtime to play protector?
Living anywhere near Jason is way too dangerous, especially now.
This place is crawling with security. I would be as safe here as if I was living in a police station.
Safer, actually, because the Jackal is
updated the electronic surveillance system. Besides, your fair sister here would be under the personal protection of Stone Cold, not to mention that the Jackal would gladly lay down his life to keep her safe.
You know what? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Why the hell would you live here when you had the opportunity to live with your own family?
I'm sorry, Lucky. I love you more than words can express, but you and Elizabeth have your fair share of hurt and anger. And while Jake and Cameron might not have the option of distance, I do. I mean, you can't ask me to live there while your marriage is falling apart.
If you've known all this time that Sam was a threat to Jake, how could you not warn me?
I've handled it.
She watched our son get kidnapped. She hired men to terrorize us. Jason, they had guns. God, she should be arrested.
You can't go to the cops.
Why not? She threatened our son.
Elizabeth, trust me. When I say that Sam has been handled.
This is all my fault. This entire sick and twisted and hateful lie, and now I can't find my way out.
It's gonna be okay.
I know I have no right to criticize, but God, I wish you had handled things differently.
But if I'd given Sam up as an accessory to Jake's kidnapping, it would have come out that I'm his father. You didn't want that at the time.
Well, did she at least say why? Why she hired those men to terrorize me and my two very small children?
Because she wanted to frighten you and your kids away from me.
Then our timing is flawless. I miss you all the time. When Jake smiles, I see your smile.
You know, I get this picture of you and Jake that I look at way more than I should.
Why are you telling me all of this right now?
Because I don't know when I'm going to see you again. And I don't want any secrets between us. And whatever you decide for yourself and Cam and our son, I'm going to support you in any way that I can.
So let's love like it's ours to keep. Wish there was a way
You know I love you.
we could somehow stay.
I love you too. It's what gets me through this.
Give up everything, 'cause this is all I dream about whenever I'm alone inside my mind. I pray faith plays a role so that someday I'll hold.
I'll put the meeting on my calendar. Thank you very much.
First you're patronizing, then you're abusive, and then you dismiss me and the fact that I'm upset that you threw a glass at my head, and then you just pick up the phone and start doing family business as usual. Isn't it a little late in life to start living down to
Alexis,
the family
I
reputation?
I love you, but I do not have to agree with everything that you say and everything that you do, nor do I have to apologize for something that I didn't do.
All right, well, you can rationalize this all you want, but the fact is you threw a glass at me.
I did
Nicholas.
not, for the last time, throw a glass at you.
Okay.
Look, I apologize. I'm sorry that the both of us lost our temper. I hate fighting with you. I always have. But you know me. I'm not in the habit of throwing barware at people that I love. So if you would please give me the benefit of the doubt here, that would be great.
Okay. Well, why don't you tell me what's wrong with you first?
Now, we all know I don't do noble and altruistic very well, but here I am, taking my life in my hands to safeguard my brother and his family, and I get neither thanks nor cooperation.
No one asked you to. And what makes you think I would entrust my kids with you anyway?
Will you stop it with your hostility and listen to me for once in your life? These people have made it into your house. They've killed your nanny. Now you two and those children who are playing at the shore could be next if you don't radically change your attitude.
Jerry, we're not going into hiding, and that's final.
That's fine. Then you're a fool. I mean, these measures, you know, spending a few weeks in a safe house, upping the guards from 2 to 4 are nothing against the strength of Anthony Zacchara. You need to get out of here.
Thanks for the input, Jerry. But this is about me and Carly and our family. And we'll handle it from here without you.
It's me, and I'm in the barn. Jason Morgan knows about this. Well, how do you think? Huh? Johnny led him here. And now it's useless to us. Johnny's got a death wish, and Morgan wants to accommodate him. Because I would rather not deal with the fallout. Got it?
Fascinating conversation, please. Don't let me interrupt.
Well, I was worried about Jake this morning. I thought he might be coming down with another earache. Oh, good. Okay, well, I'll be there to pick them both up by 6. Thanks, bye.
How's Mr. Persky?
The surgery went very well, and Patrick was brilliant as always. Just ask him.
Well, I'm sure that the patient is grateful for that.
What's gotten into her?
I'm being an idiot. I'm not handling my breakup with Patrick as well as I'd like to. But I thought the whole decision was mutual. It doesn't make it hurt any less. I mean, honestly, I miss him. And as angry as I get with him and as frustrating as the situation is, I mean, how do you turn your heart off to someone you're still in love with?
Well, when you figure that out, will you let me in on it?
I guess things aren't going so well for you and Lucky.
It's tough, and I can't fix it. And that's painful for the both of us.
Hey. Is it okay if I come in?
Yeah, sure. Elizabeth, she's at work.
Yeah, I promised her that I'd drop off some things that Spencer's outgrown. We thought that maybe Jake could use them.
That's great.
Yeah.
I guess you heard that Lulu, she's okay.
Yeah. It's great news. Isn't it?
Lulu, she'd rather live with Jason than move back in here with us.
Oh. Why?
According to my sister, my marriage is on its downfall, and she doesn't want to be any part of it.
Well, she's an adult. Maybe we need to respect her choices.
What do you think? You think she's right about my marriage?
That depends. Are you still sleeping with Sam?
I slept with her once.
Do you regret it?
It felt good to be appreciated. To know that I wasn't someone's second choice.
Well, I've already alienated one brother. I should call Nicholas and make it 2 for 2.
Lulu, what are you doing here? Why didn't you come home?
We were worried that you were kidnapped, or even worse. I can't tell you the bad press that would have caused this
hush.
family.
Come on, you're coming with us.
Halt! The blonde one has realized that your castle keep is just as unfit as the Simeon's domicile discussed. Lulu will abide here.
What Spinelli is trying to say is that
Would
I'm
you
an adult.
seriously consider staying here? Now, I'll admit that Jason is the only one of my grandchildren with any backbone, but he is also a career criminal who surrounds himself with riffraff, present company included.
Okay, your father is going to come back eventually, and I intend for him to find you safe and sound at home. Come on.
What if I don't want to?
Well, this is a dictatorship. You have no vote.
Look, your dysfunction will drive Fair Lulu out onto the street where she's already fallen prey to Johnny Zacchara. What if the warped one comes after her a second
Wait a minute.
time?
Did you say Zacchara as in Anthony Zacchara?
Yeah, his septic son abducted Lulu.
Oh, stop, Spinelli. No, that's not what happened.
Lulu, I don't usually tell people about this, but I was in fact very briefly at one point married to the mob. And I know how toxic the Zakara family is, as is Jason, which is why you are coming with me. You may not stay here.
What are you doing here?
My stepdaughter is not going to stay here and become another mob mall.
Oh, I'm just fine. I think that you are the one who's overreacting, and I think I know why.
You do? Or enlighten me.
Okay. Well, I called you out on your attraction to Jerry Jacks, which I still say is reckless and ill-advised, but of course it is still very much in character given your pattern of attraction to damaged and dangerous men.
This doesn't have anything to do with me. You're reeling about something. Are you drunk? Are you having is it Emily? Are you in a fight with Emily? Is it your brother's problems? What is it?
Well, my brother's situation is sad, I'll say. Tragic, actually. But I'm dealing with it just fine. I'm dealing with everything just fine.
Except for the concussion you nearly gave me.
What happened?
My nephew just threw a glass at me. Maybe you can find out why.
I haven't spent much time with Jason since I moved back to Port Charles, so I wasn't aware until your testimony at the trial that you'd become so close.
Well, when my first marriage to Lucky was falling apart, Jason was very kind, and we helped each other through a very painful situation. But I've always known that our lives were, I don't know, I guess the word is incompatible.
Well, it's good that you figured that out before it was too late.
Yeah, but what's too late? I mean, Lucky already resents Jason, and he's angry with me. It's a hideous mess. But no matter how sorry I am for all the pain I've caused, I'm not sorry that Jason and I turned to each other.
Jason can make you feel like the most special person in the world when he cares about you. And when you're alone, I mean, it's so difficult to imagine that other side of Jason, the side that's so dangerous and violent. I mean, how can that man exist in the same space as the one who's so caring?
Yeah, but he finds a way to live with it.
I couldn't. And from what I think you're saying, you couldn't either.
I have kids to think about.
Isn't that the worst part, though? Jason is amazing with children. But I'm not sure I would want to bring a child into Jason's life. You know, and Patrick, I don't know. At least Jason's not afraid of commitment.
But what about Patrick? I mean, I always thought he'd be a really good husband and a father.
He is terrified of the idea of being a father. And I realized that he's never going to change, so we're saving ourselves the heartache.
Stone Cold simply wishes to offer the blonde one refuge as a friend. The fair one will make a most welcome addition to our abode, don't you think?
Lulu is just vulnerable enough to fall for you.
Tracy, you're embarrassing yourself.
And as a point of fact, you have no say over where Fair Lulu resides because she is a legal adult.
My stepdaughter needs me to look after her until her father returns.
And it's very embarrassing to have this girl just freeloading all over town when she has her own family.
You aren't so hot about me living with family. Jason is my step-cousin, sort of.
You are such an ungrateful girl.
Actually, I am very grateful for your concern, but all that you really care about is making sure that my dad comes back to you eventually.
Yes, you pegged, I'm afraid. All right, Jason, if you want to look after this girl, bully for you.
Thank you, Daddy.
He's accepted reality. You should try it sometime.
Let her get a taste of living with these hooligans. She'll just come begging back to us.
You know, if you actually treated me like a human being, I might want to live with you guys.
You don't know what you want, which is completely age appropriate.
At your age, your first marriage was already on the rocks.
Got it. Spinelli, Sonny needs you down at the police station.
What? Corinthos at the jail? Well, what a shock.
Can it wait?
Now.
I'm trusting you to not let these savage hordes drag the unwilling blonde one back to their lair.
Just go, okay?
What are you thinking, allowing these impressionable young people anywhere near you?
Okay, first of all, Spinelli works for me of his own free will. Lulu is perfectly capable of making her own choices. So she can stay here as long as she wants.
Well, Tracy, Edward, no matter how obnoxious you are about it, I know that you care about me somewhere deep down in your strange ways. But I'm going to take Jason up on his and Spinelli's invitation. I'm going to stay here.
Anthony Zacchara must be paying you a fortune. That or your colossal ego must make you think that you can front for a major crime lord and get away with it. Do you know I just got an update from a federal task force about your boy Zacchara? I'm sure you'll be very shocked to find out that he's the most dirty and the most violent criminal around.
How unfortunate for Mr. Zacchara. Looks like he's gonna need a good lawyer.
Oh, from what I heard, Dad, you're a hell of a lot more than just his counsel.
Richard, listen to me. I am not a sentimental man.
No, I know that.
But out of affection for your mother, you are my son. And I would rather that you come through this all intact.
Is that a threat, Dad?
Richie, you keep asking the wrong questions. And I'm really not going to be able to protect you.
Where the hell is Diane?
Sonny, she'll be here. Don't you pay her too much to worry?
I'm not worried about me.
Okay, fine. Then I'll worry about you. Whoever murdered Letitia just sent you a text message that makes me nervous.
Don't be nervous. You know, maybe it wasn't the killer. Maybe the call was fake.
Okay, you need to go take care of this, and I'll be fine.
And that's what I like to hear. A nice, positive attitude.
What happened, Diane?
You happened.
Me?
To Kate Howard. Fashion icon. And a perfectly lovely, classy, intelligent woman who is accustomed to Paris in the springtime and Milan in the fall. Did I not warn you about this man? What an emotional disaster he is. Well, you've met Carly. I'm sure she was perfectly normal before him.
Diane, are you going to bill me for this? Because at this point, I'm not hearing legal, brilliance. I'm hearing you lecture me like you do quite a lot.
You have to spend tonight in lockup.
Oh, that's
There
not
is
right.
no possibility of bail before tomorrow morning, and I am very, very sorry.
Well, I've been in lockup before, remember?
Well, that time I was reasonably certain I could get the charges knocked down to a misdemeanor.
But not this time, Diane.
They need your mugshot.
Diane, when I was a girl, I used to go to Coney Island with this guy. This very special guy. And we had our photo taken in one of those, those booths. And we were actually kind of cute together. And every once in a while over the years, I'd be cleaning out a drawer, or I'd be redecorating, and I'd come across those photos, and they would always make me smile. So, when I get my mugshot taken today, I will not be thinking of Annie Leibovitz or Mario Testino. I will be thinking of my very special, very cute guy and all the fun we had in Coney Island.
I'm so sorry that there was a misunderstanding, Alexis. I'm sure that Nicholas feels horrible about it.
Okay, fine. Let's just all tell Nicholas that his behavior is perfectly normal.
I apologize if I lost my temper.
So for the record, I want to inform you that my relationship with Jerry Jacks is as my client only, and I really don't want to discuss it anymore. And if that's not okay, you can always ask the children and me to leave.
All right, look. You're family, and you're safer here than anywhere else.
Except when glassware is being thrown at me.
Nicholas, are you okay?
Yeah. My aunt possesses many fine qualities, but she does tend to overact. Don't you agree?
How's Kate?
She's still being booked.
It's
Mr. Granthal, sir? The Jackal is honored to be admitted to your inner circle.
Close the door,
Well,
please.
if you don't mind, I think I will pass.
No. I need you to interpret because I don't understand
Are you
half of-
kidding? Fine.
Okay, I got a message this afternoon.
Your kid's nanny was just the start.
Who sent this?
A coward of cyberspace. It's a private number.
Okay, you're supposed to be good at this. I want you to trace the source of that message, because I desperately need to find out who sent it.
Lulu, if you won't come home, why don't you go to Lucky and Elizabeth's? You have a lovely room there.
I'd rather be here.
Well, you know, you could take one of those dingy rooms above Kelly's. Lila and I had to stay there once when Monica threw us out of the house. Not much, but you wouldn't be shot.
I have told you that I'm staying here, and I would really, really appreciate it if you guys would stop trying to control my life.
Well, I suppose that does it. You better take care of her.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Lulu, if you change your mind, just come home. I can promise you that no one will say I told you so.
So, are you really okay with me staying here?
Well, there was a time I didn't want to live with those people either, so.
Well, I know Spinelli just kind of blurted it out, and I didn't want to hurt his feelings, but if it's a problem, just tell me and I'll leave.
See, Cameron? I told you Daddy would be waiting for you.
Hey, big boy, how was your day? Did you have fun?
And Jake is already asleep, so I've got to get him upstairs.
You need help?
No, I got it.
Well, there's something that I'd like to talk to you about.
Let me put the boys to bed, and then we can talk. Come on, Cameron. Come upstairs. Go on, upstairs, please.
I've seen Alexis do this to other people before. Exaggerating, becoming hysterical. I think it's kind of like a defense mechanism for her. If she overstates the situation, she can make the reality seem more manageable for her, but she's never done it to me.
Yeah. Well, everybody's been a little tense lately. You've been on edge yourself.
What's that supposed to mean?
Georgie said that she came down pretty hard on Logan Hayes, to the point that she was really frightened. And now Alexis claims that you threw this glass at her?
Well, you calling me a liar?
Sonny, do you have any additional information into the murder of your kid's nanny?
No, nothing.
If Sakara was sending a message, he would have made contact by now.
Yeah, I haven't heard from Sakara.
Let me know if that changes.
Giving the police your full cooperation in this matter is both wise and legally advisable.
I am not gonna tell the cops about the text messages.
What about your family? They are at risk.
My family is safe under guard on my island.
Michael and Morgan are missing the beginning of school, and they miss their father.
Well, what counts as making a safe choice for the boys? And the Gold Coast is really my second home. My mother lives there. She's family.
She is. But it's not the family that my kids know and feel safe with. And I absolutely trust that if we go back to Port Charles, that Jason will protect us. And I believe that you'll protect us too.
Well, if you can trust that I will protect you, we can go back to Port Charles.
I do trust you. And I love you. And I want to get through this so we can move on with our life.
Okay, let's leave tonight.
Okay.
I used to be so sure that love conquered all. Makes anything possible.
It's kind of a shock when you realize there's no such thing as happily ever after.
I
slept with Sam the other night.
I know.
Love shouldn't be this hard or hurt this much. I can only think of one way to stop what we're doing to each other. We need to end our marriage.
Okay, what did Sonny want? Mr. Corinthos, sir, received a missive from the killer of his progeny's nanny. And it is now on the Jackal to trace the source of the threat, which was sent via text message.